You know what laziness really is? It's the death of urgency. And urgency is life. Urgency is the spark that makes you move, that makes you care, that makes you grab hold of the day before it slips away. Laziness smothers that spark. It whispers, there's time. It whispers, later. It whispers, no rush. But here's the truth. Time is not on your side. The clock does not wait. The days are slipping through your fingers like water. And laziness is the hole in the bucket. You can't keep saying later and expect life to pause for you. It won't. Opportunities expire. Seasons pass. People move on. And laziness is the silent thief convincing you it's all fine until you wake up and realize the bus has left and you're still standing at the stop. And some of you think you can afford it. You think you're young. You think you've got years to figure it out. Let me wake you up. Laziness doesn't need years to destroy you. It only needs consistency. A year of laziness can erase a decade of progress. A month of laziness can put cracks in what you built for years. Don't play with it like it's harmless. One missed workout turns into 10. One skipped project turns into failure. One day of surrender turns into a lifestyle of surrender. That's how fast laziness spreads when you let it in the door. And here's something most won't tell you. Laziness is selfish. It doesn't just hurt you, it hurts everyone around you. Laziness in a parent robs the child of guidance. Laziness in a leader robs the team of vision. Laziness in a friend robs the relationship of trust. Laziness is contagious. People around you feel it. They see it. They get dragged down by it. And suddenly, your laziness is not just your own. It's poisoning the air everyone else breathes. Do you really want that? Do you really want your legacy to be a ripple effect of wasted time and wasted potential? But here's the good news. Just as laziness is contagious, so is discipline. The moment you decide to act, to push, to grind, to fight, people notice. They get inspired. They rise. You can be the spark for others, or you can be the shadow that dims them. It's your choice. Kill your laziness, and you won't just free yourself. You'll free the people who look to you for strength. Now, let's be honest about why laziness feels so powerful. It feels powerful because it's tied to comfort, and comfort feels good. Nobody denies that. Comfort is warm, easy, tempting. But you know what else comfort is? Addictive. The more you feed it, the more it demands. The more you stay in it, the harder it is to leave. Comfort is quicksand. It feels safe until you realize it's pulling you under. And laziness is the hand pushing you deeper into it. But discipline is the rope that pulls you out. It's rough. It burns your hands. It makes your arms ache, but it saves your life. So stop worshiping comfort. Stop confusing it with happiness. Comfort is not happiness. Comfort is anesthesia. It numbs you. It makes you forget the pain, but it also makes you forget the dream. True happiness comes from progress, from seeing yourself grow, from pushing past limits, from knowing that today you are stronger, sharper, more focused than yesterday. That's happiness. And you don't get it by lounging in laziness. You get it by going to war against it. And let's call laziness out for what it really is. Fear. Laziness is fear in disguise. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of hard work, fear of not being good enough. Laziness hides that fear under excuses. But every time you choose laziness, what you're really saying is, I'm afraid. Afraid to try. Afraid to fail. Afraid to be seen trying. And if you don't confront that, you'll live your whole life hiding behind laziness when really you were just hiding from fear. So what do? You face it. Kill laziness by doing the thing you're afraid of before it kills you. You write the book even if the words suck. You step in the gym even if you feel weak. You start the business even if it's small. You take the risk, make the move, put yourself out there, because laziness has no power against courage. Courage doesn't mean you're not afraid. It means you act anyway. And when you act, laziness loses. And stop telling yourself the lie that you're waiting for the right time. There is no right time. The right time is now. Waiting is laziness in a tuxedo. It looks fancy. It sounds reasonable, but it's still laziness. Waiting for the right time, the right mood, the right circumstances, those are all excuses. Do you think the world waits? Do you think opportunity waits? Do you think success sits around waiting for you to feel ready? No, the world moves. And if you're not moving, you're getting left behind. Let's talk about pain, because that's what most people are running from when they choose laziness. The pain of effort, the pain of sacrifice, the pain of discomfort. But pain is not your enemy. Pain is your teacher. Pain is your trainer. Pain is the price of growth. Laziness tells you to avoid pain, but in reality, laziness gives you a heavier pain later. The pain of regret, the pain of weakness, the pain of failure. So either way, you're going to feel pain. The only difference is whether that pain pays you back or robs you blind. And here's something powerful. The pain of discipline is temporary. You feel it in the moment, but then it passes and you're left stronger. The pain of regret is permanent. It lingers. It eats at you. It doesn't fade because you can't go back and undo it. So tell me, which pain would you rather carry? The one that makes you or the one that breaks you? And let me be blunt, laziness is disrespect. Disrespect to your parents who sacrificed for you. Disrespect to your children who depend on you. Disrespect to your future self who is counting on you. Disrespect to the God who gave you gifts you're burying in the ground. Laziness is spitting on all of it. Every time you give in to it, you're saying, I don't care. Don't live like that. Don't die like that. Because laziness doesn't just kill potential. It kills time. And time is the one thing you never get back. You can lose money and earn it again. You can lose friends and find new ones. You can lose battles and fight again. But once you lose time, it's gone. Laziness is stealing from the only account you can never refill. And that, more than anything else, should terrify you. So here's the challenge. Next time laziness whispers in your ear, don't debate it. Don't think about it. Don't analyze it. Act immediately. Move before the thought has time to grow. Because the longer you sit there negotiating with laziness, the stronger it gets. Action starves it. Inaction feeds it. So starve it every day, and don't underestimate small wins. People think killing laziness means massive change overnight. No, it's small victories stacked daily that destroy laziness. Waking up when you said you would, doing the workout you promised, finishing the task you started. Each one is a punch to laziness's jaw. Each one is a reminder to yourself that you are in control. And as you stack those wins, something incredible happens. You start to crave discipline. You start to enjoy the grind. You start to feel alive in the fight. But you've got to start, and that's where most people fail. They talk about it, they dream about it, they plan about it, but they never start. And that's laziness's greatest victory, convincing you to stay in planning mode forever. Planning without action is just procrastination in a suit. You don't need another plan. You need movement. You need sweat. You need proof. And one more thing, don't wait for someone to save you from your laziness. Nobody's coming. Nobody is going to knock on your door and drag you out of bed. Nobody is going to force you to chase your dream. Nobody is going to fight this war for you. This is your battle. This is your responsibility. And until you take ownership of it, laziness will keep winning. But the moment you decide it's yours, the moment you take control, everything shifts. Because laziness is not stronger than you. It never was. It only wins when you hand it power. Take that power back. Take it back with discipline. Take it back with action. Take it back with fire. Because when you finally kill your laziness, you'll see something you've never seen before. You'll see yourself. The real you, the powerful you, the capable you, the you that was buried under excuses and comfort and fear. That version of you is waiting. It's waiting for you to stop hiding, stop delaying, stop surrendering. It's waiting for you to stand up and fight. And I promise you this, the day you kill your laziness is the day you start living. Laziness hides in plain sight. It's not always obvious. It doesn't always look like lying in bed all day or skipping work. Sometimes it wears a mask. Sometimes it calls itself taking it easy. Sometimes it calls itself, I'll do it later. Sometimes it calls itself self-care when it's really self-sabotage. That's the dangerous part. Laziness is a master of disguise. It wants to fool you into thinking you're making rational choices when really you're just giving up. And the moment you start buying into its disguises, you're done. You've let the enemy into your house, and it's eating you alive from the inside. You've got to train yourself to spot it, to call it out, to recognize that voice in your head that says, I'll get to it tomorrow, for what it is, a lie. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. Tomorrow is the graveyard where your dreams go to die. Laziness wants you living in tomorrow, so you never act today. But winners know the truth. Today is the only day that counts. Today is the only day you have control over. And if you waste today, you've wasted everything. And let's talk about dreams. Everybody has them. Big visions, big goals, big plans. But here's the problem. Most people never taste them. Not because they aren't smart enough, not because they aren't talented enough, not because they weren't given opportunities. They never taste them because they're lazy. They let laziness build a wall between where they are and where they want to go. And instead of tearing it down brick by brick, they sit there staring at it, waiting for it to fall on its own. But laziness doesn't knock down walls, it builds them. Every day you give in, another brick goes up. And before long, you can't even see your dreams anymore because the wall is so high. So here's the truth. The difference between you and the people you admire is not talent. It's not luck. It's not connections. It's discipline. It's the willingness to kill laziness every single day. The willingness to do the boring things, the hard things, the uncomfortable things when nobody's watching. The willingness to sweat, to sacrifice, to keep going when laziness whispers, stop. That's it. That's the whole secret. But laziness doesn't want you to believe that. Laziness wants you to think success is mysterious, complicated, out of reach. Laziness wants you to think only a chosen few get to live their dreams. Why? Because if you believe that lie, you'll never try. You'll stay sitting, waiting, wishing, wasting. Laziness thrives on hopelessness. It wants you to feel like there's no point in trying, so it can keep you chained in place. Don't let it. The truth is simple. Kill your laziness and you unleash your potential. Now, let's talk about habits, because laziness isn't just about one bad choice here and there. Laziness is about repeated choices that turn into patterns, and patterns turn into identity. You think it's just one skipped workout, it's just one late assignment, it's just one day off, but laziness is patient. It knows if it wins once, it can win again and again. Until suddenly, you don't just feel lazy, you believe you are lazy. And that belief is the deadliest weapon of all. Because when you accept laziness as your identity, you stop fighting it. You stop resisting. You surrender. But here's the truth. You are not lazy. You're capable. You're powerful. You're built for more. Laziness is not who you are. It's just what you've practiced. And what you've practiced, you can unpractice. What you've built, you can break. What you've repeated, you can replace. But you've got to believe it. You've got to stop calling yourself lazy and start calling yourself disciplined even before you feel it, because your identity shapes your actions. Tell yourself you're lazy and laziness wins. Tell yourself you're disciplined and you start acting disciplined. Speak it, live it, become it. And don't underestimate the role of environment. Laziness grows best in the soil of distraction. Your phone, your TV, endless scrolling, endless noise, it's all fertilizer for laziness. You think you're just relaxing, but really you're being lulled into inactivity. Every time you let distraction control you, laziness gets stronger. So cut it out. Create an environment where laziness struggles to survive. Put the phone away. Turn the TV off. Surround yourself with reminders of your goals, not temptations to abandon them. Build an environment that forces discipline, not excuses. And if you can't find that environment, create it. You don't need perfect conditions. You don't need some fancy setup. You just need to make laziness uncomfortable. Put your workout clothes where you can see them. Put your goals on your wall. Keep your tools ready. Make it easier to act than to avoid. Because laziness is weak when the path of action is simple. The more friction you remove, the less chance laziness has to talk you out of it. But let's be clear, no matter what environment you build, the fight will always come back to you. Nobody can kill your laziness for you. Nobody can fight your battles. Nobody can do your push-ups, write your book, build your dream. That's on you. And that's the beauty of it, because when you win, when you push through, When you rise above laziness, you know it was you. You know you earned it. And that kind of pride can't be bought. It can't be gifted. It can only be earned through discipline. And let's talk about respect, because laziness robs you of it both from others and from yourself. People don't respect talkers. They don't respect excuse makers. They don't respect the ones who could but won't. Respect is earned by action, by consistency, by proving over and over that you can be trusted to deliver. And self-respect is built the same way. Every time you say you'll do something and you actually do it, you deposit respect into your own account. Every time you say you'll do something and you don't, you withdraw from it. Keep withdrawing and you end up bankrupt, empty, ashamed, hollow. But when you kill laziness, when you follow through, you build self-respect that nobody can take from you. And self-respect is everything. Without it, you won't have confidence. Without it, you won't take risks. Without it, you won't push yourself. Laziness is not just about skipping tasks. It's about robbing you of that inner fire. It's about keeping you weak, small, dependent. Don't let it. Build that fire. Protect that fire. Feed that fire with action, with discipline, with daily wins. And understand this: killing laziness is not about perfection. You will slip. You will stumble. You will have days where laziness wins a battle. That's okay. What matters is whether you stand back up. What matters is whether you fight again tomorrow. Laziness wants you to believe one failure means total defeat. Discipline knows one failure is just a lesson. Fighting. Keep swinging. Keep moving. Because consistency beats perfection every time. And let me tell you something. Once you start killing laziness consistently, you'll notice something powerful. Your energy will rise. People think laziness gives them energy, but it doesn't. It drains you. It leaves you sluggish, tired, unmotivated. But when you act, when you push, when you discipline yourself, energy floods in. Action creates energy. Movement creates momentum. That's the paradox. Resting too much makes you tired. Working makes you alive. Laziness is the thief of energy. Discipline is the generator of it. And you'll notice something else. Opportunities will start showing up. Doors that were once closed will start to open. People will start noticing you. Respect will start flowing in. Success will start compounding. Why? Because the world doesn't reward laziness. It rewards discipline. The marketplace doesn't pay dreamers. It pays doers. The world doesn't respect excuses. It respects execution. Kill your laziness, and you'll see the world open in ways you never thought possible, and you'll start to feel something even greater: freedom. Laziness is chains. It binds you, holds you down. It makes you a prisoner of your own comfort. Discipline is freedom. Discipline is choosing your future over your feelings. Discipline is controlling your habits instead of being controlled by them. Discipline is saying, I run my life, laziness doesn't. That's freedom. And it's worth every ounce of discomfort it takes to earn it. So stop waiting. Stop wishing. Stop lying to yourself. Laziness is killing you, and it will keep killing you until you kill it. Kill it with action. Kill it with discipline. Kill it with courage. Kill it today. Kill it tomorrow. Kill it every single day until it no longer has a voice loud enough to stop you, because your dreams are waiting. Your future is waiting. The best version of you is waiting, but they won't wait forever. The only question is, are you willing to fight for them? The thing about laziness is that it doesn't announce itself. It doesn't barge through the door yelling, I'm here to ruin your life. No, it creeps in quietly. It shows up as 5 more minutes under the covers. It shows up as, I'll start after lunch. It shows up as, I'll just check my phone real quick. And by the time you realize what's happening, laziness has stolen your morning, your afternoon, your night. Doesn't take your life in one big swoop. It drains it in little sips until you wake up one day and wonder where all the time went. That's how it works. Slow, subtle, silent. And you know what's worse? Laziness tricks you into thinking you're the exception. It convinces you that somehow you'll get away with it, that you'll find success without effort, that you'll stumble into greatness without grind, that maybe you're different, maybe you don't need the discipline everyone else needs. Lies. Nobody escapes the rules of effort. Nobody cheats discipline and comes out on top. Every single person you admire, every champion you respect, they all paid the price. The only difference is whether you're willing to pay it too, or whether laziness convinces you to stay cheap. And that's really what laziness is. It's cheap. It makes you settle for scraps when you could have the feast. It makes you accept average when greatness was on the table. It makes you comfortable with crumbs while your potential is sitting there waiting for you to take the whole loaf. Laziness doesn't care about your dreams, your goals, your family, your legacy. It only cares about the path of least resistance. It will always drag you to the lowest level possible if you let it, but you don't have to let it. You don't have to live cheap. You don't have to settle. You can kill laziness. And when you do, you rise. You rise above the excuses. Rise above the comfort. You rise above the average. You rise into a life that's bigger, bolder, stronger. But only if you're willing to sacrifice the softness that laziness keeps selling you. And let's not sugarcoat it. This isn't easy. Killing laziness is one of the hardest fights you'll ever face because you're not fighting some external enemy. You're fighting yourself. You're fighting your impulses, your cravings, your comfort. That's why it feels so heavy, but that's also why it matters so much. Because if you can't conquer yourself, how can you conquer anything else? If you can't control your own choices, how can you expect to control your destiny? Killing laziness is not just about productivity. It's about self-mastery. And without self-mastery, you will always be at the mercy of your weakest impulses. And here's the thing, you already know this. You already know what laziness is costing you. You've felt it. You've seen it. You've looked in the mirror and wondered why you're not further along. You've watched opportunities slip away because you weren't ready. You've seen others pass you by while you stayed stuck. That sting you feel, that's laziness laughing in your face. Don't pretend you don't know. The question is, what are you going to do about it? And don't you dare say, I'll start tomorrow. That's laziness talking. That's laziness trying to trick you into another delay. Tomorrow is the favorite word of laziness. Tomorrow is the trap. Tomorrow is the drug. If you want to kill laziness, you kill it today. You kill it right now. You take one step, you take one action, you prove to yourself that laziness doesn't own you anymore. That's how it starts. And once you start, you keep going. You don't give laziness room to breathe. You don't give it cracks to crawl back through. You stay consistent. You stay relentless. You build momentum like a freight train until laziness is just a faint voice you barely even hear anymore. That's what discipline does. It drowns laziness out with action. But be careful. Laziness doesn't quit. It waits. It hides. It looks for moments of weakness. That's why you can't ever let your guard down. The second you think you've conquered laziness for good is the second it sneaks back in. That's why discipline is not an event. It's a lifestyle. It's not something you do once. It's something you become. You don't just beat laziness. Build an identity where laziness has no place. And that identity is built by choices, tiny daily choices. Wake up or sleep in, focus or scroll, work out or sit out, act or delay. Each choice is a vote. Each choice is a weapon. Each choice either feeds discipline or feeds laziness. And over time, those choices shape who you are. Don't underestimate them. Don't dismiss them. Every small choice matters because laziness doesn't need you to quit everything. It just needs you to quit enough. But you're not here to quit. You're here to fight. You're here to kill laziness before it kills you. And make no mistake, if you don't, it will kill your career. It will kill your health. It will kill your relationships. It will kill your confidence. It will kill your dreams. It will kill everything that matters if you let it. So don't let it. Don't let laziness write your story. Don't let it steal your future. Don't let it win. And if you ever doubt yourself, if you ever wonder whether you're strong enough, remember this: every single person who has ever defeated laziness was just like you. They had doubts. They had excuses. They had moments where they didn't want to move. The difference is they moved anyway. They acted in spite of laziness. They killed it one choice at a time, and if they can, you can. Because laziness doesn't discriminate. It tempts everyone. And discipline doesn't discriminate either. It rewards everyone who chooses it. And understand, killing laziness is not about becoming the best in the world. It's about becoming the best version of you. Laziness robs you of that. It makes you live as a shadow of yourself. Discipline gives it back. Brings out your strength, your power, your fire. It makes you walk taller, think sharper, move stronger. That's what this is really about. Not just success, but self-respect. Not just results, but identity. Not just goals, but becoming the kind of person who refuses to bow to laziness. So next time laziness whispers, remember this moment. Remember that you have a choice. You can stay soft, stay small, stay stuck, or you can rise, you can act, you can fight, you can kill laziness before it kills you. And every time you choose action, every time you choose discipline, every time you choose fight over surrender, you're not just winning a battle, you're building a life. Because at the end of it all, that's what you'll look back on, not the excuses, not the naps, not the moments you gave in to laziness. You'll look back on the times you fought, the times you pushed, the times you acted when you didn't feel like it. That's what you'll be proud of. That's what you'll carry with you. That's what will matter. And the beauty of it is you can start now. You can choose this life right now. You don't need permission. You don't need approval. You don't need to wait for Monday or January or some magical moment. You just need to stand up, look laziness in the eye, and say, not today, not anymore. And then you prove it with action.